What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fantasy Addiction Network. Today we are talking BJ Daniels and Brandon Silvers, the quarterbacks for the Seattle Dragons in the XFL, doing a player breakdown of the fantasy outlook for 2020. Let's get right into it. All right, guys, so we are looking at both these quarterbacks here because as of today, there's still a current quarterback battle, but it's looking like the Seattle Dragons are going to be going with BJ Daniels over Brandon Silvers for the quarterback spot in Seattle. Now, I wanted to break down BJ Daniels for you here. I couldn't find his combine numbers, but he did play for South Florida in college, and he actually switched. I believe he played wide receiver in football in the NFL for a few years as well, along with being a quarterback. So definitely some all-around experience for BJ Daniels, but his 5 years in South Florida, as you can see here, really only averaged about 2,000 passing yards each year, averaged about 7.4 yards per attempt, and had an overall touchdown interception rate of 52-39. So that's not great from a passer standpoint, playing in the Big East, not the toughest conference either, but I think what definitely is interesting about BJ Daniels, especially for the XFL, just trying to see how things are going to work out here, is his rushing stats were definitely much more appealing, with the exception of his second season, or sophomore season, where he only had 259 yards. He was at or above 500 yards pretty much each year, 25 total touchdowns over the four main seasons that he started there. So definitely more of your rushing type quarterback, dual threat quarterback here, and we'll see if he's been able to develop a bit since college to be able to avoid throwing too many interceptions. But it's looking like BJ Daniels has been impressing Jim Zorn over the course of the training camp time here in the XFL, and Brandon Silvers just threw a pick six in their last scrimmage game, so it's one of those things that they're going to hold. How much are they going to hold against him? But overall, BJ Daniels, I don't think is as good of a quarterback in terms of a pure passer as Brandon Silvers, but definitely gives you that dual threat, and that might be more what Jim Zorn is looking for. Jumping over to Brandon Silvers, as we see here, he was undrafted, played for Troy. He's 25 years old now, so it's only been 2 years since, about 2 years since he graduated from college, and in that time, a couple down seasons, and then he had 2 seasons where he threw over 3,000 yards and maintained a decent touchdown interception rate, 27 this year, 23-12, 17-7. Scored some touchdowns on the ground, but nothing crazy in terms of yards. So again, I think the fact that they're wanting to look more at BJ Daniels and Brandon Silvers here might have to do something with that dual threat. We also heard that they could consider doing like a quarterback by committee, if you will, in having both Brandon Silvers and BJ Daniels play a decent number of snaps in the season, and we'll see if that actually happens. Right now, I'm thinking they'll probably just end up using BJ Daniels more unless he starts playing pretty poorly, and then they'll switch over to Brandon Silvers. So if I'm drafting any quarterback, I'd be drafting BJ Daniels, but I'm moving both of these guys down just with the amount of unknowns in this offense right now, especially at the quarterback spot. Brandon Silvers, we also have a little bit of information on him as well. When he played last year for in the AAF, he played for Memphis, and he played 5 games, started 2 of them actually, but in those he had 799 yards, averaged 159.8 yards, 4 passing touchdowns to 2 interceptions, so played okay. Memphis was one of the better teams in the AAF, not the best, but definitely decent. So I think, like I said, Brandon Silvers is going to be the better pure passer between him and BJ Daniels, but overall I think BJ Daniels, it's looking like he's going to get the starting job. So with that, I think BJ Daniels would be the guy that you draft, but I'm dropping him to the bottom of my ranks for now unless we get more information about how they plan on using them. Anyway, I hope you guys found this helpful. We'll be breaking down all of the fantasy relevant players for the XFL here in our other videos, so hope you liked this one, and we'll see you in the next one.